was going to be like this. I thought we were just going to sign shit.
Hey, Tom, I love you, dude. First tattoo, you saved my life, man. Thank you. You saved my life, man.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I just been waiting 15 years to meet you.
Hey, are we here to celebrate Poet Anderson? Or
Yeah!
I got a microphone. I knew that we were signing today, but I really didn't know that it was going to be so formal. This is great. Thank you so much for being a part of this, you guys.
Thank you, Tom.
This is great. Now that I have a microphone, I feel like I should say some big jokes or something. I will keep it clean. This is literature. This is a literature event. Is there, now am I supposed to talk about anything specific, or is there?
Yourself.
Aliens. Aliens.
Oh.
Aliens.
Three major things. You guys want to know three major things?
Yeah. And what it could be a joke.
Left ball, right ball. I'm just joking. I will say this. This is a major, major moment for Poet Anderson. It's been something. You're supposed to stand when I enter the room. For 10 years ago, I was in a hotel room in Paris, and I was pretty stoned. And I remember thinking how cool it would be if there's a little character running across the rooftops of all these buildings in Paris. And I was like, man, that would be cool, and he has to have like an umbrella, and he's got to have this hat, and maybe he can fly or something. There's a little Peter Pan in my head. But many years forward, what this character could do and what he stood for took a lot of different left and right turns. At some point, I imagined that this character lived in the dream world. So I came up with these ideas of what the dream world should look like, and I was like, well, the shit's gotta glow. And then there's gotta be like epic battles, and there's gotta be these guys on glowing motorcycles, and I kind of had all these big macro ideas, big broad brushstrokes. But it wasn't until Suzanne came in that she goes, okay, come on, Suzanne. Well, she says, it's really cute that your motorcycles glow. How about we put like a real story together? As long as everything glows. So this is my attempt at creating a story that, one of the most important things about this, and it's probably only going to be known to the core group of fans like you guys, is that through the years I've seen people that have gotten tattoos, and I've seen people do things that kind of stamp something in their life that I've been a part of. For the people that have the love tattoo, what was cool about that was it was really acknowledging what we were, an art project where we were trying to portray people looking a little inward and seeing themselves differently, seeing the world differently, and potentially step by step changing their view of their existence and how they connect with other people. But with Poet, the whole idea was that for the few of you that may or may not choose to be a little bit more connected to Poet Anderson, it's about being a dreamer. And labeling yourself as a dreamer and labeling yourself as somebody that has extraordinary vision and the capability to make your life experience what you want it to be. So without trying to sound like some philosophizer. Is that on Bill and Ted's? Philosophize. But I'm into stuff like that. I'm into big ideas and things that have meaning. So we will talk about the book. We're going to sign some stuff, and feel free to ask Suzanne any question you want. But I really, really, really am so stoked to be on a book with her. I said this before, that you didn't need to take that chance to do this with me, but you did, thank God. And, shit, I got a novel out today.
I just want to say that from the minute, I'm going to sit down though, because you don't understand when I enter the room. From the minute that I saw the animation and the world that Tom had envisioned. I was completely on board. I also saw the tattoos, and I'm one of those people that like constantly Googles whenever any of you talk about Poe Anderson. I know about it, and I'll send it to him and be like, did you see this? Look how cool this is. Did you hear what they said about us? So I totally follow everything you guys say. I like all of your messages. And it was a world that I kind of fell into, and I consider myself very lucky that I fell into it. And I think Poe Anderson is just the kind of enduring figure that I think a lot of kids will relate to, a lot of adults will relate to. It's kind of like our inner badass. I don't swear.
I have a lot of that.
But you know, writing the book was really fun. I know a lot of people would probably want to know what it's like to work with Tom. And it was actually, like I said, an interview was really disappointing because it was so disappointing. I thought I was going to get this, like, I was going to be typing and he would come in and be like, I hate it, and like flip over the table and like cuss me out and break my things. And it wasn't. Instead, he's very well-spoken and well-mannered and has brilliant ideas. Like, some of them are actually too big for the page, which is why it's great that it's going to have all these other multimedia pieces to it that I couldn't even fathom. You know, being an author. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's everything, honestly, in this current market. And for him to give me that opportunity, I'm lucky. I'm the luckiest girl on the road. So I appreciate that, and I think you guys are going to love the book, and I'm really proud that it's out today.
Well, I have, give her a hand. I have a good idea right now what we should do. I'm gonna sneak right behind you guys. You guys want to meet my friend John?
Yeah! I'm right here.
John is here. I can't tell you too much about it, but what are we going to make together?
Everything.
He doesn't want to say it. What's it called? You want to say it?
Which one?
What are we going to make with Poe Anderson?
We're doing everything with Poe Anderson.
Everything involves a very big feature film as well. This guy has made it happen. So, what's important about that is John saw the animation and he gave us a pretty big shot. Not too long ago, you might have seen I posted something about Rat Pack. That's our production company. Production companies make movies. It's not always studios. A lot of times it's production companies. John is the guy at Rat Pack that came in very early on and to give us a shot at making a major motion picture. So everyone say, John, thank you.
John, thank you!
Okay, so that's enough conversation. I just want to talk to you guys about stuff. Oh yeah, do you guys have questions? Suzanne, she's smart.
Oh my God.
You be smart.
Just like a couple
What'd
of
you have for lunch
really
today,
good
dude?
questions.
Okay, really,
No
who's got
bad
really,
questions.
no bad questions?
Not
It's
stupid questions.
not stupid. Oh, well then we don't have any. Okay, what is your question?
I was actually questioning the first chapter when you included your two characters for Poet, his two friends. It reminded me of Mark and Travis, to be honest. Like
You did?
past characters, like Travis had really spiky hair, like you guys was young, and so like I kind of thought of you as Poet, and so I was like, oh my God, like this kind of.
Well, there's a lot of myself in the Poe character. From the days where I had much longer bangs. All my friends come from a tribe, you know, even Mark and Travis as well. A certain type of person, little punk rock skate rats.
Yes.
And so when I describe people in these stories that I'm a part of, there's always pieces of that. And it's just the type of, kind of the neighborhoods of neighborhoods. It's kind of how we grew up and where we came from, you know? So, okay, any other questions?
Yeah, can we expect more like multimedia music kind of collaboration, like
Yeah, absolutely.
of Nightmares?
You know, the music involved with the book, or
Yeah.
just music involved with whatever?
Music involved with the movie / book, like.
Yes. Well, music is the kind of it's important to me. But you know, I've done so much of it that I feel that in many ways I've drained my big jug of music.
No.
Although yesterday, no. I gotta be honest. For the first time in my life, I haven't played guitar for like 2 or 3 weeks. But I picked it up yesterday, and I wrote a great song. and it's really, really good. So I was like, man, maybe I'm not. I am. My jug's like full again. But yes, we're gonna do a lot more music. You guys might know that I'm in the middle of directing a short film with Tyler,
Yes.
and it's so good. So excited about it. But there's gonna be a bunch of music in that, and I'm gonna turn that into something really special. The EP we put out was very experimental and was meant to be that. We didn't want something to get totally in the way when you're reading the book. The music that'll be associated with the short film will be pretty anthemic. It'll be dope. So I'm excited about that. Any other questions? Sir?
One more.
Oh.
Yeah, we got it.
This is fun. I'm on stage again.
We got a lot of
Okay, question, sorry.
So I know that Love and Poet are two separate projects in their own, but I haven't started reading, but could I anticipate any of those same concepts from the Love project to be like either directly in or influenced or referred to? Like, are we going to see references from that at all?
Are we going to see instances where those other stories come together?
Yeah.
I have some loose ideas about that happening, and I think that would be better suited for a Strange Times conversation, which will be coming out soon.
Together.
Yes. All right, we'll start meeting you guys.
All right. Okay, that was a special added bonus. Everybody, let's go. Tom Delonge. As I was saying, we're going to take you guys one row at a time. So first row.